There's a couple living in an old farmhouse. For many hours there would be no one else around. These were times after yet another unforgiving war, in which he served like everyone had to, and from then on could sadly barely walk anymore. But he managed, they managed. She had something very special within her. She would, after death, get reborn like a phoenix from the ash. No one knew besides them about it. A gift? Maybe. They both never really knew how to look at it, but still made plans and preparations as best as they could, saved up as much money as they could. She was a teacher, but he, on the other hand, could not find any work after serving in the war. She knew, would she be gone, there would be no one that could take care of him in her place. One day, they went to the local cinema to watch a movie, forget the world even for just a couple hours. But fate didn't mean no good with them. On their way back in a dark alley, an even less fortunate soul threatened the couple with a gun. Frightened and scared, the man gave him all his money willingly. It was barely worth a meal. All of a sudden, a loud sound from further away scared the criminal, and out of shock, he pulled the trigger. The criminal ran away within seconds, and like the snow falling, so did the woman. Her chest was bleeding, and all cries for help in vain. The last look of her was a smile. He cried, he screamed, he begged and pleaded. Then, within seconds, her whole body turned to dark grey ash. It was true. The man panicked, looked for any kind of vessel, and found a glass jar. He carefully scooped every last bit of ash and even a bit of snow into the glass jar. That was all that was left of her. The man cried and pressed the glass jar into his chest. Time passed. All the money they saved didn't last for long. The man tried and tried to earn money, to get a job, sell every little bit of furniture they had, and finally even the house. They both never knew how long it would take to get her back out of the ash. Days, months, years? He landed on the streets, with nothing else than his glass jar. A cardboard box, his home. He didn't care. All he ever wanted was to get her back. He gets very sick, coughing almost uncontrollably. The snow surrounds his body, covered by shredded clothes and a few blankets. In his arms, the little glass jar. His heartbeat is getting slower and slower. There's nothing else he could do but wait for her to return to him. Just one more day, he keeps telling himself. His heartbeat is getting slower. I'll get her back. I'll get her back. His heart stops. But then, you could hear a heartbeat again, but coming from the little glass jar.